Hi there, my name is Justis Rendon, and I'm coming at you from the Grand Teton National Park here in Jackson, Wyoming. And it's freezing cold out. I'm not gonna lie, it's 2 degrees. Actually, I'm not exaggerating. And I cannot feel my hand right now. The hand holding this iPhone, I cannot feel it. It's actually starting to hurt. I don't know if that's a sign of hypothermia or not. Anyways, why am I making this video? I'm making this video for 2 reasons. 1, I did not want to do a cover letter. 2, I thought this method would be much more impactful for conveying my why. Why Apple? Why the specialist role? Why Denver, Cherry Creek, Colorado? So, in classic YouTube fashion, let's just get on with the video, shall we? Now, I think a really important question that I'd like to ask you, viewer, or anyone who works at Apple is, what is your favorite Apple product and why? Now, I really like this question because I think the answer tells you everything about how someone views the world, as cliche as that sounds, and how they solve problems. I think it moves past the technical specs and gets into the heart of how technology really impacts and enriches our lives. But I wanted to give my own answer to that question because how selfish would it be of me if I asked you the question but didn't give an answer myself? Now that would be quite rude. But anyway, my favorite Apple product, by a long shot too, no contest, no competition, none of the rest compares. And that product? iOS. Yeah, I said it. Whether that's insane or perfectly sane, it's iOS. And here's why. iOS is the ultimate translator. It's that invisible interface that makes this entire lifestyle and ecosystem possible. You know, it takes an incredibly complex power of Apple's silicon and hardware and turns that into a human tool, this intuitive human tool that works perfectly, at least to me. And whether you're in the middle of downtown Denver in a city somewhere, or if you're out here in the middle of nowhere, it works. And as a specialist at Cherry Creek, potential specialist, that's exactly what I would want to be for our guests. That same human interface, that same human tool. And I want to ask the right questions to find the right tools so our customers can focus on their own adventures. Alrighty, it's a lot more toasty in here. But anyways, let's talk a little bit about values. So I'm drawn to Apple because our values aren't just aligned, they are pretty darn similar. Now, throughout my professional career, I've focused on mainly roles that prioritize people over products, right? And Apple's commitment to, say, privacy, accessibility, environmental responsibility, those aren't necessarily just corporate goals to me. Those are more so the reason that I can place trust and faith in the products that I use every day, and place trust in the people behind those products, and place trust in the company behind those products. So a lot of good stuff there. I resonate with that a lot. Now, my background in, say, social sentiment monitoring at Liberty Mutual taught me that every interaction is an opportunity to build community where everyone feels like they belong, right? Whether it was protecting families at ADT, where I was customizing, smart home security systems, or empowering brands at Attentive, I've always operated in these types of roles that seek to empower, protect, progress, maintain, uphold these values. Now, the last thing that I want to say is more so about, what I would bring to the floor at Cherry Creek, right? So I want to bring this people first energy. I want to, ensure that every guest feels that same sense of belonging when they walk through the door. I want them to feel that they belong here the moment they walk in. And as weird as, I don't know if it's cringe. I don't think it's cringe to say that I want to be more than just an employee, right? But I do. I want to be a steward of these values, and I want to protect that trust that those customers place in us to ensure that every solution that we provide is as responsible as it is innovative. Innovative. That's the British pronunciation. I meant innovative. All right, next section. So my candidacy is built on 3 different professional pillars that I'm ready to bring to the Denver team. The first one being sales and service excellence. So at ADT and Vivint, I consistently achieved around 180 to 200% of my weekly quota. That being in, deals closed and whatnot. But I didn't reach those numbers through high pressure sales tactics or anything like that. I actually did my best work whenever I used curiosity driven discovery and question based selling. I learned how to uncover different unique needs and tailor technology solutions that truly empowered homeowners. The next one is going to be marketing and brand messaging. At Attentive and Liberty Mutual, I manage narratives for audiences of over 1 million, right? I'd like to say I'm decent or fairly, well trained at taking complex technical concepts or product features and translating them into concise, impactful stories that resonate with a diverse audience. Now, the final thing is technology solutions, right? I'm a power user of the Apple ecosystem. I've been using it as long as I've been breathing, probably. Yeah, of course, I've switched from different brands here and there, but the point I'm trying to make is that whether it's multimedia content creation, or if it's streamlining operations, or if it's managing health and physical fitness, I understand how these tools solve real world problems. And I don't just know the features, I know the workflows and the benefits that help people actually get things done. To conclude, at the end of the day, the Apple Store at the Cherry Creek retail space isn't just a retail space. It's where Denver's next generation of creators, thinkers, students, and families come to find their next tools for life. So my question to the team is, how can we make sure that every guest that walks through those doors leaves feeling more empowered than when they walked in? My name is Justis Rendon, and if I get the pleasure and opportunity to be invited for an interview, then I will see you back home in Denver. And thank you so much for watching, and until next time.